entitled 4 Essential Steps to Avoid Legal Claims. 4 Essential Steps to Avoid Legal Claims. And the second handout is Real Estate Agency Outline. The second handout is a Real Estate Agency Outline. Just 2 things this morning. The 4 steps and Real Estate Agency Outline. We're going to start with the 4 steps. 2 pages. Right, okay. I just want to make sure they have 2 pages. It's stapled together for you, but I want to make sure you have both pages. By way of background, I'm one of the partners in the law firm of Kimo Stone and Haifa. We are general counsel to the Hawaii Association of Realtors, the Honolulu Board of Realtors, the Kauai Board of Realtors, and East Oahu Realty, amongst other people. When I was driving over from home this morning, I came around Makapu'u, and you practice in a stunning area. I mean, if you can't sell East Oahu, you're just not working hard enough. On a morning like this, it reminds me of what a special responsibility you have. When people buy from you, they find, as much as anything else, a dream and peace of mind after they've purchased that dream. The dream phase we're all familiar with. When people see what you and I take for granted every day, they are swept away. They can get very emotional and frankly not rational. In their pursuit of paradise, in their pursuit of happiness, in pursuit of their place here in Hawaii. The second part to that story, however, is that then they live here and they work downtown. And they are reminded every morning of a reality that initially, when they were in this sort of fantasy phase, they ignored or minimized, couldn't see. But when they start to live in that reality of what it means to live here in Hawaii, the most expensive state in the Union, that has the same sorts of issues that you might have anywhere in the country, whether it's traffic, jobs, the economy, and decreasing real estate values. When you have a client who loses $100,000 in value, he no longer has a dream that he's acquired. It's a nightmare. And that nightmare is something he lives with every day, and he looks around, frankly, for someone to blame. It's never his or her fault. They forget how they pushed you to make sure that you closed, and right away, as soon as possible, and how they minimized or simply didn't even hear your good advice. When you advise them to check it out, to make sure this was right for them in every way possible, when they have now lived with this former dream, now nightmare, for various reasons, they are unhappy, and it's never their fault. Whose fault is it when they are unhappy? Realtors. I have. It's always your fault. Counsels. It's never his fault, I'm telling you that. I'm the guy you call after it turns out that your clients are no longer happy with their purchase. They spend their days looking at the crack in the ceiling and thinking about whose fault it is that they got a crack in the ceiling. You know what it really is, though? Value. When they lose big money, I get really busy. There's a direct correlation between the economy, loss of value, and the increase of legal claims. It happens as the sun rises. I just hired another guy. I turn away twice as many cases as I can take. We're really busy now, guys. But I got an answer for you. take a look at the 4 steps. This is the only method I know of that keeps you safe from legal claims. I would go as far as to say that if you follow this drill, these 4 steps, 4 simple steps, you will avoid your opportunity to be sued by as much as 80%, which is frankly good enough. Plaintiffs' attorneys, the attorneys that file claims against you, are like car thieves. They're like professional car thieves. Anybody know how professional car thieves work? Have any friends? From Melville Beach, no? If you were a member of CID, the division of the police department that actually looks at that kind of thing, and you had some binoculars and you were surveilling a large parking lot, like one we have over here outside of Costco, you might see a guy walking down the aisles of the parking lot flipping handles on cars. And he'll be doing it in a way that you wouldn't notice unless you were looking. And as he's going down the aisles, he's flipping handles on the cars. 1 out of 10 will be open. It's just the rule of large numbers. He'll go in that car, tip the visor, and 1 out of 10, the key will drop. And he drives away. That's how professional car thieves work. Flip, flip, flip. Oh, there's an open Lexus. Slide in, tip the visor, key. Because it's just too much trouble, right? You want to sit, you forget it at your office. Oh, I don't want to go back there. Here's my spare. Gone. What the 4 steps is a way to avoid those professional car thieves that I call plaintiff's attorneys. They need an easy kill. Plaintiff's attorneys work on what's called a contingency. What is a contingency basis? What does that mean? If an attorney works on a contingency, what is he doing? He's like a realtor. He doesn't get paid unless he closes. A plaintiff's attorney does not get paid unless he wins the case. Right? He in fact fronts all the costs, just like you guys. So you guys do your marketing, and do all this stuff, and then when you close, you get your money. Plaintiff's attorney, the same thing. If you put one of those things that's called a club, it's this big steel bar that you can hook onto your steering wheel. If you put that on your steering wheel, you make it harder for the professional to steal your car. It's not impossible. The real pros, they can get through that, but it slows them down. And if he has to choose between 2 Land Rovers, one with the club and one without, he'll always choose the one without. What the 4 steps does is put a club on your steering wheel. This is an anti-theft device. Let's turn to the 1st step. The 1st step in the 4 steps to avoid a legal claim is critical. If you cannot engage in the 1st step, I can't help you. Frankly, you couldn't help yourself. And that 1st step is to spot the issue when it arises in your transaction. You can't spot the issue, and a synonym for the word issue is problem, question. We could even say red flag. You can't spot the red flag when it arises in your transaction, you're really in the wrong business. You've got to be paying attention to the extent that you need to see the problems when they arise. All right? So I'm going to give you an example. If you are visiting a house and you see what looks like brown sand along the baseboard, what does that suggest might be going on? Termites. That's all it is. It's small kind stuff. Easy. If door sticks. Yeah. Say you're approaching a house and there's a concrete sidewalk that leads up to that front door, and you notice that the sidewalk is uneven and cracked. Okay, you open the door, it doesn't swing freely. Some of the windows are stuck. And then in the living room, as you walk across, it feels like you're walking downhill. What's the issue? Possible settlement. What else? Structural damage. That's right. What? Ghosts.
Sorry, James. We have one in every class.
I know him.
I know.